Although it cannot be used at home, the largest Apple product ever produced is stunning to look at. The development of Apple Park, the company's second location in Cupertino, California, was one of the final ideas put forth by the late CEO Steve Jobs. The enormous ring-shaped structure has come to symbolize Apple's commitment to design, green technology, and the company's strategy. Since 1993, Apple's corporate headquarters have been at One Infinite Loop in Cupertino, California. In 2017, after the building's construction was complete, the company moved all of its employees inside the enormous spaceship structure known as the Ring. One Apple Park Way is where it is. Structures and primitive evolution. The late CEO and co-founder Steve Jobs saw the company's rapid expansion and recognized the current location could not accommodate it. As a result, Hewlett-Packard, an important company in Steve Jobs' past because he interned there over the summer, sold its land to Apple. Steve Jobs presented the Cupertino City Council with a visionary plan to build one of the biggest offices. In 2014, Apple began the first phase of the former Hewlett-Packard building's demolition. Before the project was finished and ready for the employee move in, a little more than 3 years had elapsed. When creating its goods, Apple had to overcome a variety of challenges, including the potential for city fees and the requirement to buy each appropriate tree. Despite the fact that construction looked 2 years longer than anticipated and cost significantly more than anticipated, Apple was able to accomplish many of its primary goals by the campus' initial unveiling. Given the unfortunate fact that Steve Jobs killed tragically just a few months after that meeting, it is regarded as one of his last public appearances. The campus theater was named in his honor as a mark of respect. The campus is surrounded by grass and trees, has an orchard in the center of the ring, and contains energy and designs innovations throughout. Apple Park is the beacon of creativity and unity meant to drive Apple in the future. Life of Apple's new campus was brief since the COVID-19 outbreak compelled the majority of the workers to work from home. Only a small portion of the potential workforce, thousands, may start working on site in March 2020. After multiple pandemic-related delays, Apple was finally permitted to begin shifting personnel to its facility in April 2022. Many staff who liked to work from home opposed the idea to relocate back, but Apple eventually won out. Johnny Ive and Final Design. Johnny Ive, who was Apple's chief design officer, left the firm to start his own design business. While Apple Park was being built, I took a step back from leading the product design team so that I could spend more time organizing and developing the new campus. The idea that the structure could adapt as Apple changed served as aspiration for much of the design. The ring. Because of characteristics that in some ways resemble a huge flying saucer, Apple has given its main campus building the nickname The Ring. The four levels of this massive structure are connected by a circle made of 800 or 45-foot tall circular glass panels. Base separation is used in the ring to reduce seismic risk. To open up the interior when the weather is nice, many of these panels can be used as sturdy sliding doors. The isolation system is made up of 692 large subterranean steel saucers. With the exception of the strongest earthquakes, the campus will be protected by this system, a modified version of Japan's. There are rooms with glass walls and entryways, as well as vast open spaces that may be divided into smaller parts as needed. An about 3/4 of a mile long hallway surrounds the ring, which is divided into 8 comparable halls. Due to the ring's use of natural ventilation, which removes the need for heating or cooling for 9 months out of the year, it is the greenest office building in the world. As part of Apple's ongoing environmental responsibilities, First Solar and Apple collaborated to supply the campus and nearby buildings with 130 MW of renewable energy. The layout, which permeates the entire campus, will influence the future course that the company takes. Many people believe that Johnny Ive built Apple Park as a memorial to his late friend Steve Jobs and as the company's pinnacle accomplishment before Jobs left. Other structures at Apple Park: Steve Jobs Theater. The 165-foot diameter circular glass structure that makes up the Steve Jobs Theater lacks any visible supports. The 80 tons of the carbon fiber roof make it the largest in the entire planet. An auditorium with 1,000 seats is located beneath the glass building. 2018's Structural Artistry Award went to the theater. The pandemic prevented Apple from holding events and making product premieres in theaters. It appears that rather than a live stage, pre-recorded event showings will take place in the theater as the organization moves towards a more online event strategy. Visitors Center. The Apple Park Visitor Center, which provides a view of the park, is divided into 4 main sections. There will also be a 10,000 square foot Apple Store, a 2,000 square foot cafe, and a space for an augmented reality experience. With an iPod and AR software, you may view the campus by using a scale recreation of Apple Park in an augmented reality setting. Only this portion of Apple Park is open to all visitors. Together with limited edition t-shirts, this store also sells additional Apple items. Glendenning Barn. While creating Apple Park, Apple relocated and renovated the historic Glendenning Barn. While it was farmland, it had cherry, apricot, and prune orchards. Although it is now just used to store gardening supplies, it represents the resourcefulness and sense of community that can be found in Apple Park. The Apple Park facility was made to offer the best working conditions for its tens of thousands of employees. It was also supposed to be a wonder that people may stop by on their way to work or a keynote address. Due to the COVID-19 epidemic, this was impossible for months, but Apple succeeded. Beginning with WWDC 2020, Apple held conferences online instead than inviting thousands of people to its campus. By employing professionally produced DVDs rather than live performances, the company was able to reach more developers and clients. We hope this video add more knowledge on what you already know about the Apple's new corporate kingdom. If you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them down below. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you will be updated, and stay tuned to more videos. Thank you for watching.